What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Sputnik, a new sci-fi thriller alien movie. So let's check it out. So Sputnik just released to the public on VOD, and I just watched it, and I've got to say, it's okay. There's a ton of really good direction, acting, like shots and everything like that. But as far as the story goes, I was just a little disappointed. If you've seen the trailer, then you're probably like thinking, oh my God, alien, crazy action, explosions, and crazy stuff. There's some of that in there, but it's more of a drama movie, and you're going to be dealing with more of the bureaucratic side of the government, this secret agency, this underground sort of thing that's happening about this movie. Because what the movie is about, if you've heard of Sputnik, is the name of this movie, of course, but it's also about a spaceship that was sent into space and returned in the 1980s. And when they came home, the astronauts brought something back with them. They blacked out, they don't remember what happened, and thus we have sort of the alien aspect of it. I'd say 85 to 90% of this movie is going to be about talking, and it is more, in fact, of a drama than it is any kind of horror or sci-fi. I think what they do with that is actually pretty damn good. Like I said, they've got great acting, great direction, great shots, great lighting. It's a big budget looking movie, and it's a Russian film too. A lot of times I feel like I was watching the movie Arrival, just in the tone and the way that they shot this film. Like, it seems to be a very close comparison, even though the story is not the same, obviously, but the way that they shot it and how it feels and kind of the tone that they were going for, the lighting and everything like that, seems to be very similar to the movie Arrival. It is very different in nature by story, and I don't know. I just was a little underwhelmed. This is almost a 2-hour movie. We were an hour and 30 minutes in before things really kind of took off. And even then, it was kind of sporadic. What we did get to see in the little nuggets that they, fulfill every 20 minutes or so were good, and it was interesting, and they did a really good job on the CGI work for the creature and everything like that. But it just felt a little dull for me, but it's hard to give this one a low score, really, because it does do some things really well, and I'm sure we're going to see more from the director, Igor Abramenko, because he's obviously got the talent. He even did a short film before this movie that just came out called The Passenger from 2017, and it's literally the same beginning of the movie, I'm assuming. I haven't seen the short, but it is about a passenger coming back with the astronaut, so obviously, that was what spawned this whole feature film, and I think he did a really good job with it for what it is. Story-wise, I'm not overly impressed, but the writing that they did for it is good if you're into drama, horror, sci-fi. That's the order in which they call this genre. I would say it's not really a thriller, not really horror, although there is some graphic, gory bits in it. One scene at the very end of the movie that was pretty damn good, but it's not like a gore fest. And the movie sort of tries to tie in this like backstory of one of the main characters in the movie to something at the end, which was kind of like an emotional piece that they kind of stretch out over the course of the entire movie. I wasn't really blown away by it. Like, I might watch this movie again. It's just a little disappointing on the story side of it all, but I'd feel bad about giving this any lower than like a 6.5 because everything else is really good. Like, 2/3 of the film is like really mechanically, like, everything worked out really well. Acting, the vibe, the writing, and all that other stuff. But the story was just not what I was hoping for. It's not that I needed it to be what I wanted. It just didn't appeal to me whatsoever. I was really into the beginning of the movie. I felt like I could get the tone and all this talking and everything like that, which isn't always a bad thing if it actually leads to somewhere. And this story does lead somewhere, just not particularly somewhere great. You kind of figure out what's going on relatively quick, but is it really all worth it by the end of the movie? not so much. I still think that Igor is very talented, and I think that he will be making a lot more movies in the future, and I'd like to check him out too. He did a good job. Maybe this just wasn't the story to really utilize him 100%, but I'd love to see what he does in the future, because there's obviously some quality, a level of quality that you don't get to see in every movie. So have you guys seen this movie? Were you excited to see some sort of like alien ROM? You'll probably find some good stuff in here, but thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about this film. Was it a good movie? Do you think it's better than what I'm giving it, or worse than what I'm giving it? Thanks for spending your time with me. Got more reviews on the way. And as always, long live the void.